Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, on the calendar.
Damn, negative 600.
Last
Oh,
year, at the end of the year, I ended 480, negative 487.
man.
The battle, the battle.
I shouldn't have asked you how to see that. I don't want to see that.
That shit inspires me. I'm like, I got 6 months to make this positive
Why 6 months?
because there's 6 more months in the year.
Oh, I thought you were gonna quit or something.
That's your deadline.
That's crazy. That's crazy
This was
that you think that low of me.
that's your bigger
All
cousin, bro.
right, the 23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one trade.
Yeah, I took one trade, one winner. Um, and it was this was the day I got in right before the news.
Oh yeah.
It sucks because all the confirmations were there, but the news just I shouldn't have done that.
Don't you feel like you're starting to be able to see the setup a little bit clearer now, though?
I would say
Heck
so.
yeah.
Like I've
My
been,
confirmations are still pissing me off. Valium specifically.
like you can kind of tell when sellers are trapped or buyers are trapped. Like you can get
Yeah.
like a feeling. It's kind of crazy.
I just don't because on the 2 minute I'm still getting tricked. I know it's because I haven't seen enough bookmap of actual like right before it's about to take off. I haven't got my eyes like trained on it. So this weekend I plan on just watching tape a lot right before the market bounces or is about to sell off. Because on the even with ChatGPT, it said I'm still not seeing the actual volume, or I'm not waiting for the actual volume confirmation.
Oh,
Like my setup is there, it's exactly what I want, but I'm still anticipating the move before I get the full confirmation,
mm.
which is annoying. Let me pull this up.
How you feeling about this stuff, Eloy?
Yeah, I feel like I had a good week this week. There was a lot of control, and I only traded Monday, and then I didn't trade up again until Friday, and I was here the whole time, like just feeling like I don't see anything, so I ain't got to step in at all.
Right.
So that felt cool.
Seems like you're. I've noticed you've been a lot more patient this week.
Yeah, I would say. I guess so. It's just more of like last week's lessons or reviews as well. I just think certain things are starting to click where I'm just like, well, there's no need to get in. Like I don't see like LVN. I'm not at a supply zone. I don't see any consolidation happening for me to think, oh, I'm gonna just try this random spot.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about like taking waiting for your key levels to hit. Like just everything else is all noise until it gets to that zone. Like you don't have to worry about anything until it gets to that zone. That's like the best feeling.
Yeah, there's like I feel like it's helping losing this. Like it's starting to make sense where like the people we've been listening to on podcasts and stuff who are like, I don't trade every day, and I feel like we were supposed to learn that as well. I think we are now because even though they would say that, I would always hear you guys be like taking trades every day. You know what I mean? And even me, like I'm just still in the learning zone of like, wow, I don't even know what I'm looking for, so I'm just gonna trade just because. But now I think we're understanding a lot more, and I'm like, oh, cool. And then every time I talk to Edith about this, I'm like, yo, everything. Every time I have like a good week of like, I'm figuring something out, I'm figuring something out. I'm like, Imagine Eric had to go through this shit raw for like a whole year and just by himself.
No, did he?
And I'm like, damn, this would like cut a lot of shortcuts for us. Both y'all just, I felt very
I'm
behind.
I'm still tripping out on this shit. Carmine, this next 2 weeks, he said he's not trading anymore. Or not trading. I mean, not trading anymore, but he's not gonna trade because he's going on vacation or some shit. And
Yeah,
I was like, damn, I'm so happy I don't like follow the Discord like I used to.
I know. Think of the people who depend on that shit. They're probably freaking
No.
out.
Oh shit.
I remember when he did that. I think he did it last year. I was like, fuck that. Like, I was a bit nervous about it, and this time it didn't even affect me. And I was like, all right, I'm having more confidence in myself.
Yeah.
I can't find my chart. My bad. The 23rd. Oh, there it is. Can you guys see the TOS?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, how old is Carmine? Because I just went through his Instagram and like this dude looked young and like very recent photos.
I think you're like 25.
Damn.
Yeah. Millionaire.
I went
That's
onto his
crazy.
personal account and I'm just like, this was fit as fuck.
Just off the Discord, he made $5 million.
Like the people who signed up for it?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's not
I
even his
work.
date and shit. Like,
He doesn't even day trade. It's all fake.
dude, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
so sad if it comes out like that. And I'm never gonna trust you again, Eric.
Like we ironically figured out how to trade.
Yeah, that's so funny. We came up with our own strategy.
Let me see. Did you guys have this 15-minute demand at 60.17? Because this shit rallied off that motherfucker.
I had above yesterday's low, I had a gap close and then nothing until a 90-minute demand where I took my trade.
Wait, what?
I'm looking
Oh,
at my
you did short.
I shorted when it got to the top, but yeah, I don't have no 15-minute. I have a 1 hour like right above 6,000 where the yesterday's low is. And then above that there was a gap zone that closed that I just happened to like make it very light just in case it used the gap zone for something again. But yeah,
I missed this bounce here, but I'm gonna just see how I missed it. Overall, CVD is falling right now aggressively. Got into that demand zone, breaking under. On the 2-minute right here. Oh, it was like a minute after I'm allowed to trade. 30, 32, 30. Oh no, it wasn't even. I think that's why I didn't take it.
So you've been trading on the 2 minute this whole time?
5 and the 2. Oh wait, the chart?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know how we have the other screen with NQ and all that shit?
Yeah.
I have that one on the 5-minute, and then my main big chart is on the 2-minute.
Oh, shit, I don't even have 2 minutes.
We try to bounce, pulled back. CVD is now gonna start making a higher low, I think. Damn, why didn't I catch that? This one's clear here.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough because I hate trading those first 5 minutes, and when it's like 6:36, I almost feel like part of me is like, are you just entering because you, or are you just interested in entering because you want to take a trade, or like, is this setup really there?
Mm-hmm.
Limit orders here at 60.12. Still making a higher low on CVD. Aggressive selling coming in here. Oh, it broke under, I think. Yeah, it broke under. Lower low now. But buying is coming in. See, like this little move here, that I'm like, I almost feel like, okay, it's about to start picking up, and then it doesn't.
It doesn't seem like it was aggressive enough to reject, like in a convincing way, though. Like the fact that it got
But
under that.
I'm not talking about like, I'm thinking about what may be coming next. So like I'll start to see it be like three green candles, like right here. These two right here. I'll start to think like, oh, the next it's gonna start to rise higher and higher, and I don't see that. I mean, and I kind of like that's where I front run the trade, where like rather than waiting for the actual confirmation, my mind just is like, oh, it's gonna be coming now. So and I anticipate the trade more than get that full confirmation. But this right here is high quality. This I ChatGPT has pointed this out. When the bubbles are big like this and the volume raises, that's a very good sign, especially when it's raising higher than everything else that's around it. I think this is the move too. Oh, am I wrong?
You're waiting for the shift.
Yeah. Here it is.
CVD rising, and it's so clear.
See, that's where I'm struggling with. I would want to enter on this one.
Does it pull back and stop you up? Oh no. Well, it never pulls back. You would have been right.
I know, but like, what is the confirmation? This one obviously seems way cleaner than this here.
Okay, let's go back to the first green and see CVD how clear it is compared to the second shift. So go back to where you wanted to enter and see CVD as it rises, as the volume bars rise. See how clear it is compared to the second one.
This next push up is what I was talking about. Right here, how this volume is rising here. And see how like,
It's not as straightforward.
yeah.
See,
But
it's
the fact
still
that The fact that it is rising and volume was
It is
pushing it
rising, but it looks like it's still like deciding whether to go up or not. Whereas the next one, I feel like it was a more curved, clearer rise.
and we're not above this low yet.
Okay, the second shift is coming. Let's see.
Right above the demand also. Like a
Look at that.
reclaim of demand.
It didn't struggle. It's spiking up. Look at the curve in the CVD, how clear it is.
Then where's your stop here?
Probably at 60.10. Oh wait, no. Where would you enter?
Damn.
No,
That's
it's
right.
too far. It's too far.
Like 18?
18. It'd
Shows
have
up
to be
late, but to these 15s under the demand maybe.
I don't even think I'll take that trade, to be honest.
That shit took off.
I just hate when it takes off, but it never pulls back. That shit pisses me off.
Does it hit this CVD? 6022? I don't think it does. I need to take a picture of this.
I wish the bookmap recordings would save all of the drawings that we put on it.
I know. That'd be sick.
I wish it would save the way I was watching it, like my zoom
Oh,
in
that would
and
be
zoom.
sick too. Dude, let's make a better book map. What the fuck are we doing? Charge we could charge so much.
5 million, bro. Don't even need our trade profits.
Their user interface fucking sucks, dude. I hate it.
I really wonder as we're starting to learn bookmap a lot better, what like benefits. I'm sure they'd help, but like the what's the other thing that Carmine uses? The dot, the what? The
Footprint?
Dom?
Sierra charts.
No, the thing where he sees like the little candles, every little purchase and volume at every price.
The footprint?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Footprint, yeah.
footprint. I hear you.
What about it?
I'm just wondering how, like, if we ever master bookmap, like, how much would footprint really help? Like, if what we're seeing on bookmap to be like, oh, look at that amount that came in at that specific price, like a
I
better way
think
of seeing
this
outliers.
I think this what I'm struggling with the volume is what footprint chart helps with. Is rather than just trying to guess what this is, footprint shows the actual numbers of this delta.
Mm.
Because if you flip this upside, like sideways, to be a, um, on the is it the y-axis? Uh, it'll look like a footprint chart basically. Right here, 639. I took a reclaim level retest of pre-market high. I went long, targeting 6052 3-hour supply. 60 39 25. I got in at 659.
659.
Yeah, like the time.
Oh, okay.
I think it was mostly because of how aggressive this selling was on the candle before. It wasn't falling. Also had got CVD was going green on the day. So it's CVD's uh rising since the bounce earlier, and then here some aggressive buying here. It wasn't strong enough to be looking for a retest. I would have wanted a higher push breakout and then a pullback. CVD starting to trend down, aggressive selling there, but CVD still making a higher low, and now it's starting to rise with aggression here. That was a good sign for me. And then I got in on the pullback here. 59. Right here I got in. But look at how we had tried selling off here. CVD started tried selling off aggressively on this little push down here. And it although like with aggression it like straight dropped, it quickly got bought up, which was a good sign. And then seeing this big large green volume in comparison to the selling that was next to it was a good sign, and then how CVD was rising. So then now I was looking for that hold above pre-market high. And then when I seen this buying come in, I was just like, okay, the buyers are supporting what has been going on here. So I tried it long. I completely forgot 7 a.m. So didn't even have any consideration for it. But it worked in my benefit this time.
Damn, you got in the perfect place.
This is kind of what happened yesterday too, when you were like, "Oh, I should have got in." Like right when this was happening, it then took off.
Yeah.
My only problem with this trade is I didn't hold it to 3 hour supply. I don't know why. I think I was just scared.
Was that like a 9 point winner? 10 point winner?
Uh, Not even. I got out at 47. That's bullshit.
Uh,
7:04. So I was still in this here.
why'd you get out?
I think
Oh,
this wall of south is scared me. Yeah, I got out here.
but look at everything. CVD, the volume, it looks nothing like it wants to drop.
That's true.
It
I
looks
think
so
that's
cool.
another problem of mine. With when I'm exiting, I'm not looking at my confirmation.
Yeah.
It's more just based off of emotion, which is not good
Yeah, I learned that like all aspects of the trade, like the confirmations have to be going the whole trade.
for sure. Especially, yeah, right when I exited, it's like a minute before or seconds before it took off again. That's trash. Trash. Hate that shit. And this is the kind of mistakes that are making my risk to reward and overall, like for my week or for my month, be messed up. Because if I just follow my plan, the losses I the losses I take later in the week will not be as bad because I made like this one winner that I followed my plan on makes up for whatever happens later in the week.
Yeah.
But that was my trade. I gotta remember to look at confirmations when I exit.
Did you guys trade Tuesday?
I think Eloy took a trade this day.
Oh, you took a trade this day?
Yeah, but I got in super late. I was looking at the time right now, and I was like, "Damn, you guys must have been off." I got in at 8:06, and I exited at 8:39.
Oh shit.
There's a $50.
Can you share your screen?
Yeah, I think so. Let me pull it up. Pull it up. Wait a minute.
Watching the tape today just makes me annoyed with my decisions.
But at least you can see your flaws.
Yeah. It's that fucking Valium, dude.
I know the volume's tricky as fuck.
The last thing ChatGPT told me to solve my issue, it says deeper replay practice of Bookmap. I was like, fucking A.
Says you don't work hard enough, Eric.
Basically,
I think it's
fuck
doing that
that.
same thing where I chose to share screen, but it says pick an option, but it's not giving me my options to pick.
Yeah, that's how I find it.
Oh no,
Are
hold on,
you
hold on. I got it. I got it.
last time you had an update, didn't you? Oh,
Is
never
it
mind.
showing?
I need to watch. I need to click on it. How do
I
you
can see.
guys watch?
Oh yeah. The bottom options of our face should have one of the screen.
Dude, your labeling looks so much better than it was before.
I was about to say if you say something bad, Gabe, I was like, don't say it.
It
You're gonna be like,
just
what
looks
the
so
fuck
detailed
are
and like
you
professional.
writing, Eloy? But that's the
You don't got the tape though,
oh
like
yeah.
the replay.
Okay, let me pull that up. My bad.
Are you still using two different computers when you trade?
Um, I take my trades off my laptop, and and then,
But you have it separate?
like everything else, TOS and Bookmap are on my Mac computer, and then just Discord and NinjaTrader on my laptop. Hold on, I'm opening it. Can you guys see my
Hey,
screen?
you should start doing. Yeah. You should start doing your recaps with your chart next to it. The way Gabriel and I do it.
I know I have
Or
been
either.
wanting to add that.
He was trying to get around the the journaling. He showed us a pic of his trade. His free market journal.
Oh, that was hilarious, dude. I'm dying.
I know.
Let's see.
He's oh, that's funny. Eloy, what are you doing, man?
I'm trying to. I'm just forwarding it to my time. Then these things load slow.
Asian.
It's just like trading. You gotta be patient.
For real, just to watch it.
Did you get off late or what?
Last night?
No, with this book map.
Oh yeah, I've been fucking that up a lot lately. Like the other day, I woke up to my computer in the morning and Bookmap was still on from the day before, and I was like, "Oh fuck!"
No way.
Whole day recorded.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I've been.
So this is the whole fucking day?
No, not this one. I don't think this one does go in. All right, here I got in at this point. Damn.
Halfway mark is 8 o'clock. What the hell?
My bad. I don't know this. I'd be like wanting to get off my computer when I'm done with my shit. Like I just screenshots, but then sometimes I think it was one of us who said we just need a little more time on the book map. Like we always exit it early.
Yeah.
Like
So
when we,
you just leave it the whole day.
but I just leave it, but I forget because then I'll do my run, my workout. I'll start doing chores, and I don't get back to my computer till late.
Hey man, you got all the data. That's cool.
Yeah, man. Y'all want to pull anything up? I got it. All right, so
If it loads.
now so we're here. This is where I entered at 8:06. Around here. Y'all want me to do all of the? Let me just do it quick. Wait. The 90-minute was at 60:42.
I like being the student better.
Eloy just got promoted.
What the fuck? This was the 90-minute.
You took one trade or two?
I did take a trade earlier that I guess I didn't want to tell y'all about. It was a loss.
This guy.
It was just a $19 loss. I don't count the ones less than 20, bro. I don't talk to y'all about my less than $20 wins either.
That's so funny.
All right, I'm gonna play it. So y'all see the vibes. Clear rejection. Key.
Where are we looking at?
I'm already entered at this. I mean, I don't know how you wanted me to show you the video, but I've already. This is where we're at time-wise live. This is where I entered. I'm just forwarding it.
But you got short or you got long?
Short.
This is looking long to me.
No, this was my short trade. I entered at 60.49. So, and then my stop was 60.52. which was I did just pick this high right here.
Okay, but you said 6:49. I mean, time wise. Sorry.
No, I entered at 8:06, which we're at 8:09 right now. So I entered like right here before this bubble, like just right here at 8:06 at the price of 60.49, where we're at.
So really, you were anticipating a short.
What do you mean? Like, yeah, that's what I took, a short.
No, I know, but like, look at the confirmations at that time.
Does
Do
look
you
bullish.
think the confirmations were there to say yes, this is time to get in for a short?
So my main thing was we're at my key supply. I felt like this was an aggressive rally up that didn't go past any of these highs. So I was like, right at this point, I was looking for an entry to short after I saw that this short was happening from the top.
I get that.
Do you trade the zoomed out?
No, I was just doing it like right now. I'm like, I don't. It's hard to understand how to even look at it. Like to
Like,
show.
go back exactly at where you were gonna enter.
I entered right here.
Okay, pause it, and now zoom in, like to the 2 minute or 5 minute. That's cool. Now, if you look at your confirmations here, look at how volume still isn't showing us signs of a short there yet. By entering here, you're anticipating the short. Like, yes, you were right, but it took a while for it to play out. So really, your confirmations weren't fully there yet. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you play it out later, I do see that the short starts to come in. But to say that your confirmations were there when you entered, I don't think that's valid. Like, if you play it a little, like play it on X2. See how buying volume is still supporting the longs here?
Yeah.
Now, this is where I'd be like, okay, buyers are starting to struggle here at the limit orders. And you'd want to be like getting ready, but you still need to look at how aggressive buying still is here. You don't want to be entering on this because it can go against you. Like, yeah, you were right, but if you do this error over and over again, it could deplete your account rather than actually gain profits from it. Now, what you want to do here is figure out where would be the proper entry for this case. Okay, we got the aggressive buying and it's struggling. Now, what we need to wait for is to see that selling step in to really confirm the reason to enter.
Yeah.
This is where like that impatientness and like battling your emotions comes in. Like this right here could start to be the area. But you want to see CVD start pointing downward. Right here, probably is. I'm not great at shorts, so I'm still trying to learn the short side of it. Can you click the little arrow at the bottom so we can see the right more?
It sucks because every time I touch the book map or click on it, the Discord that I'm recording goes black, and then I have to click on Discord again so that it shows the screen.
It never goes black for us. I see it all the time.
Yeah, as I'm looking at it, like my screenshot that showed the entire length of the trade, which was like 40 minutes, 40 plus minutes. I see all the confirmations in the 40 minutes of the screenshot, and then that's when I was writing them. But I'm like, okay, I didn't see any of that at entry. What can I say, bro? I
Yeah,
got it at the top.
That's what you want to like master, like that zoom in, because you're not, like Gabriel said, you're not watching the trade in the when you're zoomed out. Like this is the probably around the time frame you're watching it, so you want to look for those confirmations here. I still would say it's still not time to enter yet. Like yes, buyers are struggling, but the sellers haven't fully taken control again.
Also, keep in mind the first drop could have been the move.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Like the drop
But
that's
Study
already
the
behind it.
here, look at CBD and look at volume. Now they're starting to align. CBD dropped more than it was previously, and the selling stepped in. But you want that selling to continue here next. See, now you could put some risk on. I would say. Would you say, Gabriel?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't like. I would want to like probably take a pullback. But yeah, around this area probably somewhere.
Look at the volume here compared to when you were trying when you entered. You entered on buying volume, and here you're entering on selling volume.
Also, when you study
But
this, don't
look
just
at that
don't just.
pullback.
Also, when
Gabriel,
you
sorry.
study this, don't just study the trade. Study the first drop too. See the signs you saw for the first drop, and take note of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as I'm looking at this trade now, knowing what I know, because even like looking at it now, I'm like, yeah, why did I enter this trade at this moment? I even though I'm trying to on the screenshot come up with reasons for like I saw this, I saw that, but I only saw that in the bigger picture of the entirety of the trade. Like I didn't see it upon entry. And yeah, just looking
Yeah.
at it now, I'm telling myself like, yeah, I would not have entered that. And all of the little confirmations I wrote down on the screenshot, I'm like, those aren't even real confirmations. You found those afterwards. So I'm like, I'm
Mm.
tripping on myself right now.
And see, even that entry that I thought was the right entry, I fooled myself, and I'm not even on the live market. That wasn't it, because the next little it bounced. It fucked up. My bad, dog.
Well, it depends where your stop is too.
True.
It's just missed it right there where it's at because my stop was at 52.50.
Now this looks better now for sure. The way the selling is grouped like this is a lot better than the way it was just one long volume of selling, and then it dies down, and then the buyers come in. But now this kind of grouping of selling.
Like when you guys take your screenshots of your trades, do you take the screenshot in replay mode or just right there as you have Bookmap opened up? Because if you were taking it in the Bookmap Live that you're using, wouldn't all your confirmations been wiped away already if you like took a screenshot of 10 minutes after your entry?
CBD gets taken, like the CBD fucks up, but I'll zoom in like on the five, like say for example the one that you took, I would zoom in on this time frame and then the 2 minute, and I would see like you could kind of still see the confirmations on the volume and CBD, but I also rewatched the tape on my lunch, so I'll screenshot it then as well.
I don't get the question, but I just rewrite everything.
Your confirmations are, he wants to know if they're gone by the time you like say you're at the end of the session and you go back and look at the tape of where you entered, are your confirmations still there?
Like if you had an LVN as one of your confirmations later on in the day, that LVN is going to get wiped away. That's what I'm saying. So if you take your screenshot a couple of minutes or a little bit after the trade, wouldn't the LVN be filled if that was one of your confirmations you were trying to show us on the screenshot? If it got filled.
I mean, it. I mean, it shouldn't if it's like if it's bouncing off a LVN at your entry. I don't think it'll fill it completely, right?
Yeah, it would have.
Sometimes it is there, but I do get what you're saying, because if it chills around there like this for a bit, it will start to fill in the LVN.
I never had that problem. It's weird.
But Eloy, see how much time you could have avoided sitting in this trade by just waiting
Yeah.
for the confirmations to step in. And even now, like I keep saying this is the time to enter, but I keep being wrong because this one looks better now.
It goes higher.
But now, for reals, look at how much higher this selling is in comparison to the other volume. Like this large selling volume candle that appears is almost equal to how the buying size was on the far left. But you want it to be like consolidate, like large groups of selling on the value to confirm that like sellers are really there. This day, did buyers end up this higher? Because that may be what's happening. Hold up.
Like you mean, did CVD, was it always green?
Like this may just be a counter going against the trend, and then later in the day it bounced up aggressively to continue on. Because I know this week has just been mad bullish. What was your exit?
60.38 at 8.39. You're gonna be mad, but there's like a big drop that happens that I didn't get out at, and then it kind of bounces back up, and I had to wait again for it to get back to that lowness. I'm trying to think of what made me enter. Obviously, as my confirmations don't even feel as accurate, but I think it might have been like, as I'm looking at it and I'm like, was it like a bias of something I learned recently? And I'm thinking I saw this aggressive buy up or this rally where there was all these limit orders, and I kind of just saw rejection at the limit orders. I think
I've been seeing you do that. I think you did that yesterday too.
And yeah, so I'm like, I don't know.
But I do. You have a idea there because part of what the setup is of trap buyers is you want to see aggression of buyers push up and not continue. So where you entered, yeah, buyers stopped. Like that's kind of where price stalled, but you didn't get that confirmation of sellers stepping. You got the confirmation of buyers getting stuck, but you need to wait for that confirmation of sellers also stepping in for like the A plus setup. From where, based on how you took this trade, I would give it like a C plus maybe because you didn't get that full confirmation of like, okay, this is where sellers are stepping in.
Mm-hmm. And this is the part that I'm like, this drop happened fast and it picked up super fast. So I did an exit right here, but I just waited for it to get back to that kind of price. But then this limit order starts building up a little higher, and I was like, I'm just gonna exit at the limit orders because I didn't know if they were gonna push price back up. You'll see right now, but I exit like in 4 more minutes. But yeah, I see what you're saying, and then I'm wondering that I just had like FOMO, and I just wanted to enter without waiting for the confirmation, because now I'm like, why did I see all of that? There's like nothing but green bars at where I enter.
And being aware of that, whether it is FOMO or not, is super good. Just knowing what your emotions were when you made that decision. Fuck, I just had TOS open and it closed. God.
But basically, I get out around here somewhere at 39.
But that's what I wanted to point out to you. The idea that like your the concept, the idea is there, but the confirmation isn't fully there yet.
But I entered over
So if
here. This wasn't. I guess to me, I might be too zoomed out for how you guys trade, but I zoom in and zoom out a lot. But like at this point, I'm seeing context, and I'm kind of like feeling like I think the trend is already going down, even though it looked like buyers in this area weren't as confirming. But like in this section, I'm just like, oh, I just need another pullback into like some higher area so I can short it again because I'm not going to short it obviously down here. And I guess that's
but
another one of my biases. Is I
you're
was like, I'm looking for the pullback and then short, even though the signs didn't show a perfect A plus setup. But I already figured the trend in my mind. I was like, well, the trend is going down right now.
that's what I was gonna say. Your thesis, you're taking the trade based on thinking your thesis is correct rather than seeing that the confirmations are there. I'm not saying your thesis was wrong. I'm saying you just didn't wait for the clear confirmation for the A plus setup. And if you keep doing that moving forward, it could go against you because you're anticipating the move rather than getting the confirmation of the move.
Mm.
And that's what I'm trying to avoid, just like on a more zoomed in scale, because I'm like thinking it's like how it happened earlier. I kept saying like, oh, this is the selling, and then it wasn't the selling. That keeps happening to me. So that's what I'm trying to work on, getting that clear confirmation of okay, the participants are here.
And the video's almost done. It wasn't that I forgot. I just stayed in really late for this trade.
We could move on to the next one.
All right, I'm gonna end this.
This was the
video.
23rd, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna end this video.
Dude, we spent a full hour